here I am, and here you are. Guys, what do you think about this setup? I think this looks beautiful. I think this looks absolutely cute. The only thing is that I look pale as fuck because I turned on the light and it gets really dark very soon, very early in Los Angeles. So I didn't have time to shoot it during the day. But I had my full makeup from the video shoot of a Christmas dance. So if you want to go and see it, subscribe to my Instagram down below. Click the link in the description box and come say hi to me. I would love to meet you. I would love to see you. Also, I was looking at myself today, which is ironic because this video is about narcissists and how to love a narcissist. Poor you over there, not really poor, who is in love with narcissistic personalities. This video is for you. Or if you're a narcissist, this video is also going to share or bring some light onto a lot of amazing topics and will be very, very valuable for you as well. Well, what inspired me to make this video was a few days ago this week. I was talking to my man and he kind of shared with me this story, this like very quick 1 week love story that he had back in the days, many, many years ago. And he was describing the traits of a female that he was approaching. He was like, you remind me very much of her, sometimes a little less. And I'm like, of course, because that woman was a narcissist. I am a narcissist as well. My personality trait is narcissistic and I own it. I love it. I enjoy it. I encourage you to get in touch with your narcissistic self as well. And also I had this event where I caught myself going through every single step of what true narcissist would be like, would be doing in uncomfortable situations, in uncomfortable setting. So we're gonna go over that today with you. So I wanted to record this video and kind of shine the light on what it feels like to be in love with narcissists, because narcissists are amazing lovers, can be amazing lovers, can be so good for family if you learn to communicate with them well, and if you learn to satisfy their needs and actually understand what is going on behind that cold heart of them. So let's start with discovering, or saying one more time, because I do have a video about narcissists that I recorded with my friend who just found out that she's a narcissist, and she's like, what? I did not know that. I was like, yes, you are. Of what narcissistic personality really is. First of all, this is not a disease. Yes, there is a narcissistic personality disorder, which is a little bit different, but we all have a certain personality type. Whether you are a narcissist, whether you are hysteric, whether you're depressive, have a depressive personality, you have that personality that's kind of like a foundation of your identity. And no, there is no way to heal it. If your personality developed as narcissistic, you don't heal it. You're not gonna stop being that, because that is the foundation of your identity. What you can do is kind of understand what it means, what are the traits, and how to deal with it, right? Because it is, let me tell you, hard to be one. And the misconceptions that go around the internet are annoying the fuck out of me. All this stuff like, please be aware of narcissists, red flags that she's a narcissist. Don't do that. I'm literally quoting myself here. So how the narcissistic personality is developed is usually comes from one of your parents. And the way the narcissistic personality develops is when a child in his upbringing was only given love for his achievements, his or her achievements. So you're a baby and you're like, well, I want to get love from my mom or from my dad. And you only receive that love when you get something done, right? When you get the straight A's, when you achieve a high score on your IELTS or the GP, GE, something like that in America. Or you win, not an Oscar. I mean, if you win an Oscar, you're great, and you're probably a narcissist as well. You definitely have narcissistic traits, because that is the power driven to achieve results. Narcissistic trait that we all have is an ultimate motor that gets you to your results. Anyway, so when you're a child and you only receive love from your parents, or you feel like you receive love from your parents only when you get something for your results. So you grow up thinking that you constantly have to get new heights in order to get that love, in order to receive that ultimate love, in order to be accepted, in order to be good enough, in order to be, validated, whatever it is. So that is the narcissistic personality. And the biggest misconception is that people think that narcissists have the highest self-esteem because we behave like this. But honestly, we don't. And narcissists don't. Narcissists have the lowest, the most shaking, scattered, shattered self-esteem, because they constantly need to achieve that new height in order to feel like they deserve anything, right? It's very hard for them to feel okay. It's a continuous wave form of a constant, grandiosity, right? Yes, I did it. I achieved this height. Oh, yes, I did it. And then next moment they fall down. And that time period of actually feeling great is really, really short. It's very short. You achieve something, boom, next day you're like, fuck me, I am nothing, I'm useless, I have to get something new in order to, it's kind of like an addiction to get that validation, that love. So if you, let me get a little bit of my tea here to warm up my voice as I'm talking to you. I also really, really adore the way I look. I'm like very cozy with you guys. Do you feel like you're having a little tea with me on the couch? If yes, let me know down in the comments below, and I'm gonna shoot more stuff in this position. So let me tell you the story, right, of my friend who was in love with a narcissist, who fell in love with this narcissist. I'm not gonna name names. It's gonna be all strictly confidential. So they met at work, and they were both kind of in the same position, both young. He approached her and they had a thing, and then she became a narcissist. Well, first of all, narcissists, the true narcissists, they tend to be very cold. They carry themselves like this. They're very cold, very put together. A very good way to determine if you're with a narcissistic personality is you kind of feel a little devaluated next to them. A little bit, unless they warm up to you. If they warm up to you, then you'll be like, okay, cool, I am fine, I'm good. But when you first meet them, you're gonna get that little internal rush if you're in touch with your feelings that, I am not worth it right now. So that is a projection of their internal devaluation. This is how we judge ourselves, and this is how we put ourselves in the world, because it is so scary to share our feelings, because we can meet in this external world the confirmation that in reality we're truly not worth it. So it's much easier to put on the wall, to put on this cold act of performance, because if we're cold, nobody can devalue us, okay? We're cold, we're queen, we're amazing, no one knows our feelings, nobody can devalue us and tell us that we are shit in reality, because that is freaking scary. So you meet a narcissist, and that is the first thing that you can figure out. If you feel cold-ish, it doesn't mean, again, there's a big difference between narcissists and hysterics, because with hysterics, who are also very theatrical, much more theatrical than narcissists, you don't feel as cold. Narcissist, colder, much colder. My mom is the greatest narcissist of them all, and she is completely not in touch with her feelings, right? You come to her for closure, you come to her for sharing contact, for having a feeling, and she is going to switch the topic right away. And whenever you start asking her about her feelings, it's shut down completely. So narcissists don't have a very good connection with their feelings. I am obviously an exception because I'm a psychologist and I study my sensuality in that way, my emotionality in that way. But usually narcissists are like, oh, what feelings? No, thank you. Cold ice queens. So he met her, and somehow they had a thing. When narcissists have a thing, when we start liking something, we like that game of chasing, okay? It's very important, as I've mentioned, to catch that next rush of self-validation. And it can happen through a new sexual object or romantic object or something that will validate our hotness, our amazingness, our awesomeness. So if you are worth our catch, we're going to put our eyes on you and we'll be like, I want you because I'm going to validate myself through you. So if you have achieved something, it's going to be like, I need you. Give me that validation, okay? If I achieve you, if I get you, if I fuck you, if I make you fall in love with me, I am great. It's more about us. So you might have a sexual encounter with them, and usually it will come from this specific line of thinking, right? This specific internal way of thinking of how you can get a narcissist. So if you're in love and you want to get a narcissist to love you, you have to give them this chase. You have to give them this. If you let them in too fast, they're going to close off right away because they're not going to be validating themselves through you anymore. So you have to give them this constant win, okay? They have to feel like they're winning something, like they are worth something when they're with you. So you want them, make sure that they sweat for it a little bit. Next thing that happened in that specific story, which was very interesting, because I will tell you my last moment about my personal life as well. And after they had a little encounter, he's like, she shut down completely. Like, I wanted to continue relationship. I wanted this closure, this warmth, and it was nothing. Like, nothing ever happened. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you start chasing a narcissist after you had gave him or her this win, they're gonna close off. They'll be like, ew. They will devalue you right away. They're like, okay, that's not even worth it. I'm not even gonna look at that. That's a piece of shit. That's terrible. I am so much worth it. Because they already got this win. So if you have to keep them on this hook, which is also a great pickup technique. If you haven't seen my masterclass on pickup for women, go ahead. I'm going to insert the link down below. It's amazing 2 hours of profound information, how to specifically put these tools and anchors and stuff into your relationship. So you do that, and he started teasing her, and she was like, no, we are not talking. And she became super, super cold, specifically at work. And he was telling me, he was like, well, at work, whenever we get there, she would just be the coldest diva ever. She wouldn't even look at me. And yes, this is the way narcissists behave. At work or in society, they don't want their feelings to be known. They don't want their feelings to be heard. They don't want their feelings to be open because it's too vulnerable. It's so vulnerable to be in that position. As I told you, that self-esteem is so breakable. It's like a thin glass. So they're putting it in a box, and in a box, and that 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 box, and a box. And then they put cement over it, and then they're like, I don't even know if I have any feelings, like my mom, right? Like, I don't know what is there, and there is nothing there. Like, I don't talk about my feelings, which just sounds so odd to me, to be honest. It was like the big discovery. But we're working on it. Okay, thank God there is a clinical psychologist in the family who is there to heal some of these wounds. So narcissists would be very cold with you because it's so scary to actually open up and tell how we're feeling. Freaking scary. It's paralyzing scary. And it's funny because I heard this story and I was like, I know exactly what was going on in that woman's head. Exactly. Like every single step of the way of their very quick fling, I knew exactly what she was going through, right? That devaluation, that first win, that excitement, then devaluation of the partner, and then coldness, and then complete shutdown. And literally a few days after that, we went to record a song for me. And as some of you know, I used to sing. I used to be in a rock band, but I haven't done it so long. And specifically going back in the studio after maybe 6-year break, getting into the headphones and into the whole vibe, being with somebody that is close emotionally to you, who is a professional singer. Guys, I fell right back into my narcissistic re-traumatization because we need to have a constant evaluation of selves. We need to be praised. If we're not praised, then get out. That's actually a great tool. If you want to be with a narcissist, you have to give them this praise. You have to give them this praise and then kind of close down a little bit, and at least in the beginning. But then this praise, this admiration is a necessity. If you don't want your partner, if your narcissistic partner to close off emotionally, you have to give them this evaluation. You have to give them this, you are so great, you're so amazing, you're the best, you're this, you're that, la la la. That is the only way to keep a narcissist with you for a long time. So I'm in the studio recording a song, and I understand that I am becoming a bitch, a closed off bitch, because this partner of mine, he was not giving me this affirmation, words of affirmation, words of praise. Is my microphone still here? Yeah. Words of love and gratitude and admiration, saying, oh my God, you're so good, you're so amazing. Because then we start warming up. Then we're like, okay, fine. I will start warming up. I will get a little jokey, right? I don't have to shut down as a diva. But that didn't happen because he fell into his own re-traumatization, whatever that is, maybe for a different video. But I started shutting down like an ice cold bitch, right? I started becoming this diva. And I remember leaving the studio, driving in the car and thinking to myself, oh my God, I am going through so much devaluation of myself that it's so much easier. The only defense mechanism that I have working right now is to shut down and be like, it's actually you who's a piece of shit. I am a diva. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't be with me. Don't anything. And I even said, I was like, give me some time to deal with my emotions, because I knew what exactly was happening to me in that moment. Somebody that is emotionally close to me, who knows my vulnerable side, that I opened up to, has seen me in a moment of vulnerability and hasn't given me the words of affirmation and praise. Okay, so that is a narcissistic, one of the main narcissistic tendencies that you will be able to see anywhere. So if you want to avoid these fights, if you want to avoid these situations, make sure that you tell your partner that they're amazing. She's amazing. She's great. She's fabulous. She's so good. Oh my God, I can't believe it. La la la. This constant, little bits. Don't overpraise it like a dog. Don't overdo like the thing, because then it's gonna be the interest is gonna get lost quite easily and quite fast. But still having these words of affirmation specifically in the vulnerable moments. And I am not the coldest person, especially if you worked with me in therapy. If you have been my client, you know that I can be very warm. I'm very strict, but I can be warm. I can be cold. I can be dun da 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 dun. What is that song? I can be black. I can be blue. Dun 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 dun.
I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.
Because I trained to be that. I trained to warm up. I trained to be sensitive to my emotions. I trained to know what's going on in my psyche. But if you're a narcissist, or if you're dating in love with a narcissist, who again are fabulous, guys, fabulous. A lot of narcissistic personalities, divas, are narcissists. And this is actually a sad story, because a lot of older women, older divas, right, they are so not in touch with their emotions that they never seem to be able to form a long-term relationship. And what ends up happening, they find a beard, they find a gay guy to marry them as a protection for both of them, and they end up being very, very lonely just because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. Even Madonna, right? Madonna is very narcissistic, and look what happened to her. It's sad. What else did I want to say about my favorite narcissist? Oh, so I also am going to this dance class, and I was telling this to my partner. He was like, you're not very cold. You're not a cold person. Sometimes you are, but you're pretty warm. And I'm like, you don't know me in different situations. I go to these dance classes for the video, again, the one that you have seen my makeup for. This is my makeup that's going to be in my Christmas video. And when I get there, because I am so emotionally uninvolved, Uninvolved. Yes, in that. I am the true narcissist. I come in closed off. I give on this vibe of, don't talk to me. I'm so good. I know I do this. I'm not really engaged in this specific community per se, but I know that people who see me there, they're like, oh my God, she is so cold, even though I'm not, with people that I choose not to be with. It doesn't make sense. Well, that's kind of it. Oh, another thing. The couples that I know that actually can and stay with narcissists, what we will always choose, no matter if you're like, if we find a Brad Pitt or like some genius, somebody so good out there, we will always choose a partner who sees genius in us. So for a narcissist, it's hard to be with someone like, I don't think I will be able to be with Elon Musk, for example, because he's a narcissistic personality. He's also an anal type, but he's a narcissistic personality. He needs to be praised. And believe me, it's easy to fall in love with a narcissist because, again, we are very hard achievers, right? Narcissists achieve things, whether it's with their beauty, in their career, in their personal life, whatever it is. It's always about getting that new height, that new achievement, those new goals, because it's so important for us to be seen, to be praised, to know that we value ourselves, that we can achieve whatever we want, right? That is the high that narcissists are addicted to. I don't think I would be able to be with like somebody like Elon Musk, because I would still choose a partner who will see genius in me. It's very important for narcissistic personalities. If you're in love with one, if you are one, it's just about understanding how to build it into your life, okay? This is not about healing it. It's about understanding. Like narcissists, for them to be happy, they have to choose a position that's either a performer, right? Like that you're seen, or that you have that boss mentality. Like find a career where you are, let's say, a boss, right? And you have X amount of people you can command and control. And you can come in as a hot ass bitch, hot ass boss. It's important for you to be seen. It's important for you to be praised. It's important for you to get this approval from others that you are so worth it. And from our partner, what we're looking for is, first of all, the continuation of ourselves, right? It's important for us that our partner is somebody that is presentable, that we are happy to bring into the world and say, this is our partner. Please tell me how great I am that I have landed this partner. It's an important factor. But also it's important for us to see a partner, to be with a partner who sees genius in us, who tells us that we're great, amazing, so beautiful, such high achievers, so geniuses, etc., etc. So don't forget to praise us. Okay. So now that I told you all that, what else? That's it. I think that's it, guys. Again, I really love this look. Isn't it cozy and cute? It's so Christmassy, isn't it? I love it. So I think it's time for me to finally take my makeup off. This beautiful, amazing, sexy makeup. And I'm going to edit this video tomorrow and post it for you because I'm excited. This is an amazing video. Regardless, I love you all. Let me know if you have ever been with a narcissist, if you ever fell in love with a narcissistic personality, right? If you ever saw these traits in your partners. They're very lovable, very lovable. You see a diva, you see somebody who's good at what they're doing. That's probably a narcissistic personality, and who are good at theatrical, okay? Again, like look at Elon Musk. He's not very theatrical. He has a lot of media training because it's important for him to do that for his career, but he doesn't have that need to be on stage, right? He's not on stage. He does not have that organic need. So you can see that it's not a necessity for a narcissist, which is another big misconception. So wake up, hello, okay, figure us out. It's not a need for a narcissist to be on stage. That's a hysteric. Hysteric needs an attention. They're the stage masters. They love to be on stage. They love to cry, laugh, create drama, all this. Narcissists just need to be praised. He will be as happy in his fucking office knowing that he is the father of these companies, knowing that he achieved these big goals, that he, you know, has this power. He will be as happy with that, even more happy with just that than being on stage. Okay. So that is it. Hello, Elon Musk. If you decide to call me, remember, I will not be able to be in a relationship with you. So sorry, unless you figure out how to praise me. Yes, I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, if you want to learn those amazing tools that don't only work on narcissistic personalities, but can work on any other personality. If you're in love with a guy, girl, man, woman, watch this masterclass that I'm linking down below, because it has 2 hours worth of amazing best pickup techniques if you want to land somebody, right? Once you land them, ease it down, okay? Get into serious relationship. But these are the necessary steps if you want to land a nice partner for your life. Well, that is it for me. Again, my name is Elizabeth Sullivan. I love you. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and ciao.